Hello, what's this is up? Lord R. Wolf in here, and my god, it's been a long time since I did one of these videos. Yeah, anyways, hello, Lord R. Wolf in here, and my brother, Widitsama.
Yo, what's good, people?
Yeah, originally I was gonna do a tier list of the Death Battle winners, and yeah, I kind of underestimate how many characters there are. So yeah, we're just gonna do like bit by bit, do an entire and put us in parts in between characters. So yeah. Anyways, Death Battle is a show that is actually it's a show I like to watch sometimes on Sundays because I really enjoy it. So yeah. Anyways, we have a lot of stuff to go through. So yeah, let's just get started with our first. And by the way, these characters are all in alphabetical order. So yeah, let's start with the first character on the list. Aang from Avatar: Last Airbender. So yeah, to be honest, Rob over here does not like Avatar: Last Airbender. Is that correct?
I'm not the biggest fan. I mean, like, I think I've seen the ending. I've seen most of the show. It's been so long. I think a lot of the time I've seen it was when I was like maybe 15 years younger.
Okay. Anyways, yeah, we're just ranking. Yeah, I really enjoyed the show. Aang's a pretty cool character, and yeah, if I put my own thoughts, I would put him like an A tier. Rob, what do you think?
A tier
Yeah, that's my opinion.
for strength for person. What do you think A tier?
I think an A tier because I like the character. He's a great good cat. He is a good kid, and actually is a really great protagonist. You know.
I think he's corny. So
Okay.
you could put him in A tier. I don't like Avatar Aang, and he's probably the biggest reason why I'm not a big fan of Avatar: The Last Airbender. I just think he's a corny kid.
Okay. So I'm just gonna put him in A tier because.
Yeah.
All right then.
But for the folks at home, if you're keeping score of my tier list, I would put Aang in C for corny tier.
All right. You already put that there. I will put him in B tier.
Okay, we could split the difference.
Yeah.
B for
And,
bad.
okay. Next up is Akane. I want to save Akane later because she's kind of like a support character for another winner, Mechagodzilla, who's right over here. So
Oh, these are in alphabetical order.
yeah,
Oh wow, I didn't know that. Okay.
as I said. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna save her for later. Up next is Akuma. Oh yeah, that's right. I haven't mentioned. I was gonna talk about their opponents. Like Aang's opponent was Edward Elric from Fullmetal Alchemist. So if that ends up changing your opinion,
Oh, okay. Yeah. Edward in a real like show would mop the floor with Avatar Aang.
okay. All right. Anyways, the next character we're gonna talk about is Akuma. His opponent was Shang Tsung,
Wait,
and
we didn't talk about the lady to the left.
yeah, I told you Akane was a support character for Mechagodzilla.
Oh, so how come we're not ranking her?
I was gonna rank her along with Mechagodzilla when we get to him.
Okay.
Okay,
All right, that's
so
fine.
anyways, Akuma's his opponent was Shang Tsung, and we like Street Fighter. We like the Capcom fighting games, and you know what? I want to put him in S tier because he is such a classic character. You know?
He's a badass. He's a
Yeah,
badass. I put him in S tier.
yeah,
Why not?
yeah. Up
Why
next,
not?
and yeah, other support characters. There are characters that are in teams. Like, for instance, this character is from Ultron, and so is oh wait, hold on. Where are the other characters from Ultron? But Voltron. Anyways, yeah, there's a lot of characters from Voltron here because their opponents were the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. And to be honest, I was gonna put them B tier because I only saw like a few episodes of Voltron as a kid, and yeah, that's all I can think about for the show. What do you think?
Yeah, I'd have to put D tier because I don't know him.
All right. Anyways, we'll get to them a little bit. Yeah, up next is Amy Rose from Sonic the Hedgehog. Her opponent was is her opponent is Ramona Flowers from Scott Pilgrim. Any thoughts on Amy Rose as a character?
Uh, I guess iconic uh side character, or maybe not side character.
Yeah,
Support for the protagonist Sonic.
yeah,
Put her in B tier. Why not?
yeah. I agree. She's actually a oops, wrong character. She's actually a really fun character. She's not one of the few simp characters I actually enjoyed. So, yeah,
Oh,
she's
nice.
awesome. Up next, and this is a fun character, Android 18. Her opponent was the Carol Danvers Captain Marvel, and she just wrote mop the floor with Captain Marvel, to be honest. And
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
yeah. And what do you think? A tier or
Um, I put her in A tier,
okay?
in my opinion. My
Yeah, my opinion
frank
too.
opinion.
Anyways, sorry, I'm just scrolling to find our character from Voltron. Anyways, yeah. Up next is Ant Man. Rob, I'm not sure Rob ever read the comics, but I'll give him a description of how the battle went, because Ant Man was fighting against the Atom, which is a DC character, and in the fight, Ant Man killed Atom by increasing the size of the ants he uses inside the Atom's body, causing killing him from inside, and yeah, that was how the battle ended.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
I mean, Ant-Man, honestly, from like a power level, because Ant-Man can scale, right? Like he
yeah,
can make himself like a normal human, or he can make himself as small as an ant.
yeah. You could also make himself
Yeah,
giant as well.
yeah. I think that makes him like overpowered. So I would put him in S tier, in my
Okay.
opinion. You could put him somewhere else, but
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I actually got like the movie, so I was gonna put him in A tier, but no, yeah, I just put him in A tier because I like the movies. The character is pretty good, but yeah. Up next is Apocalypse. Apocalypse, you remember the X Men, right?
yeah.
Yeah, you know who?
Isn't he the most powerful being in X Men
Yeah,
besides maybe Phoenix or?
yeah, he is.
Okay.
He's an Omega level mutant. His ability is to rearrange his like his molecules or atoms or something into something else. Also, the one thing I know more about him is that he was the final boss character in like I think Street Fighter versus X Men the arcade game.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all I can know about him. So yeah, he's actually really powerful, to be honest. I'm gonna get him to S tier just because of that. And his opponent was Black Adam, so that's all I can say.
Okay. I don't know much about Black Adam.
Yeah,
Yeah, no. I would put I'll put him in S tier just because, like, I don't know. You got to consider his strength.
yeah. Also, his final boss stats in the X Men vs Street Fighter game is pretty cool.
Okay.
Up next is Aquaman, and his opponent was Namor the Submariner. And to be honest, I say that Aquaman gets a lot of flack for his abilities, so I'm pretty sure. I'm sure if you agree on that one, but I'm not sure if you agree on that one. But he is actually a very powerful character, all things considered. So, what do you think?
Um. So I don't know much about Aquaman.
Yeah, Aquaman.
He fought Namor.
Yeah,
Oh, they did like a Marvel versus DC type thing, I guess.
yeah.
Um. So first of all, shout out to Namor because I like playing him in Marvel Rivals. So if it
Okay.
were up to me, Namor would have destroyed Aquaman. And I have to stand up for Namor. I don't really know too much about Aquaman, so I have to be a hater because my Namor is my best friend. So Aquaman, I had to put D tier because I'm a hater. But this is your tier list, Richie. You put him where you gotta put him.
Split the difference, C tier.
Okay, cool. C for caca.
Anyways, the next character we have on the list is Silver the Hedgehog. His opponent is Xeno Trunks from like the spin-off comic for Dragon Ball. If to give Robert a clarification on Silver the Hedgehog, he has a lot of ESP abilities, and also his first not a good example of first debuted. He debuted in Sonic 06.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, not a great debut. What?
Yeah, I'm already gonna give you my frank opinion. I think Silver is lame. I don't know him too much, but I think he's lame. Shout out to, you said Xeno Trunks. Is that like just Trunks from the Xenoverse? Like,
yeah, kind of. Yeah.
does he turn Super Saiyan?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, nah. So and they had Silver win.
Yeah.
Nah, put Silver in D tier. I'm a hater, but you can put him where you want. But shout out Trunks. Shout out Trunks. That's a real Super Saiyan.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And next up is Asta. He's from Black Clover. His opponent is Deku from My Hero Academia. I actually saw a couple episodes of Black Clover. It's a pretty fun show. He ends up, yeah. Although I want to put him in like B tier, but I don't know. He was up against Deku. What do you think?
I've never seen Black Clover, so I can't really say. So I'm gonna have to defer to your expertise here. Where do you want to put him?
I want to put him in B tier because I like the episodes of Black Clover that I've seen. So yeah, I'll put him B tier. Up next is Astro Boy. His opponent is Mega Man. And so yeah, again, this is we never saw Astro Boy, but we played a lot of Mega Man before. But I don't know, maybe I want to give him to B tier. But what do you think?
You know what? I'll put him in B tier. Why not?
Okay.
Why not? You gotta respect the history behind him.
Yeah, he was actually. I agree, since he was like one of the first anime characters ever be made, or at least one of the first manga characters ever made by the legendary Tezuka Osamu. So, yeah. Anyways, the next opponent is Batman. Yeah, we'll be going back to Batman and his other opponents later, but for right now, we're gonna talk about Batman's only win in Death Battle. His opponent was Captain America, and I gotta mention this, but as Batman beat Captain America by beating him up with his own shield and used his grappling hook to hang him.
Ooh, yeah. What are you thinking?
Yeah, I was thinking A tier because I'm not much of a Batman fan, so.
I say S because he does so much with what he's been given. All these other characters have superpowers. Batman just does what he wants to do.
Okay.
He's a beast.
All right, I'm still gonna give him A tier though. So.
Okay.
Up next is Batman Beyond. His opponent is Spider-Man 2099. Yeah. Also, old Bruce is on here somewhere, so we might lump him in with the with him. So
I saw old Bruce. If you scroll down,
okay,
he's in the middle.
In the middle.
You see him in the middle underneath the mask.
Underneath the mask.
Underneath Mario.
Underneath Mario. Okay, sorry. Oh, here he is.
And then Bruce right there. Boom.
Thank you.
Why are we including Bruce?
Oh, he was like a support character for Terry.
The fight.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
yeah, Batman Beyond's cool. I would put him in B tier.
Okay. Yeah, I would put him in B tier too. I actually like Terry McGinnis. I think he's better than. Hot take. I think he has a better personality than Bruce Wayne.
Oh.
Anyways, Yeah, maybe we'll stop at the 45-minute mark. What do you think? We're only 15 minutes in.
Okay.
Okay. Anyways, next person to be put up is Beerus from Dragon Ball Super, and I gotta say, this is his opponent was Sailor Galaxia, who's also a god, but Beerus is a beast. He kicks ass, and I love the open. I love that final line he did when for context, when the battle started, he was lounging on a beach on a planet eating ice cream. Sarah Galaxia blew up the planet, so after killing her, he says, "And that is for my ice cream." I don't know why he made it so sound badass for some reason. What do you think?
I like Beerus S tier.
Yeah, me too, man. Up next is Black Canary. Her opponent was Sindel from Mortal Kombat, and their explanation is a little bit of science I didn't know about, because apparently Black Canary's scream is like several times louder than Sindel, which is interesting. Yeah, what do you think? You never
I
read.
don't know much about Black Canary, so I'll leave it to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to A tier because she's a really cool character, and yeah, that's pretty interesting. Up next is Black Panther. Remember when I said that that Batman lost Coleman fights? This is one of them. Yeah, Black Panther. T'Challa is the ruler of an entire country that is highly futuristic and technologically advanced. What do you think?
I don't know much about Black Panther either, so I have to
All
give
right,
it to you.
I'm gonna
He
give him.
fights well in Marvel Rivals, so I'll give him
Okay,
that.
I'll give him to A tier because he's a really cool character. Plus, he kicks ass. So up next is Black Widow. Her opponent was Widowmaker from Overwatch, and yeah, he just like slit her throat with the garrote. So yeah, any thoughts?
Uh, I can only base my opinion on her in Marvel Rivals, and
Okay.
last I checked, she was garbage. So you
Okay.
put her where you want to put her.
I'll put her in C tier because your
Alright.
opinion and my opinion.
All right, cool.
Up next, and I'm going to put this character in like B tier because I do not know much about the show Ruby. The character's name is Blake, by the way, and her opponent was Mikasa Ackerman from Attack on Titan. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Up next is Blastoise. His opponent is opponents, because it's between Blastoise, Charizard, and Venusaur. It was an awesome match too. Blastoise
That was
just
three-way.
yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, after Charizard roasted Venusaur, Blastoise just like ripped off Charizard's wings and shoved water down his throat until he blew up.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I have a spot for Blastoise for a couple of reasons. Most notably because he's like my first star Pokemon ever. So I'm gonna give him to A tier, man.
Okay, yeah, you can leave him in A tier, yeah.
Yeah. Up next is Boba Fett from Star Wars. Yeah, I'm not sure you have any opinions about this character, but I do know about. I have opinions about his opponent, the Predator. I'm pretty sure you don't have much opinions on him, so I'm gonna put him on A tier because he's a really cool character, actually. Now you think about it, to be honest, and Predator is a really cool opponent to have, but Boba Fett, I definitely gonna put in A tier. What do you think?
Yeah, put him in A tier. I like playing him a lot in Star Wars Battlefront. He's sick.
Awesome. Up next is Booster Gold. His opponent is Cable from Marvel. Yeah, he should have killed Cable by putting him inside like his force field and then crushing him.
Oh god.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, that's Booster Gold. All I know about him is that he's from the future and he pretty much wants to become famous. That's all he is. A narcissistic dude who came into our time just to be, just for the fame and glory. And riches too, so. So I'm just gonna put him in B tier. What do you think?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Yeah.
I thought that was Cyclops.
What?
I thought that was Cyclops.
No, his name is Booster Gold. Up next is Broly. His opponent, the Incredible Hulk. Yeah. Well, yeah, I think I know what your opinion is, but go right ahead.
S tier.
Yeah. Also, it's kind of lame how you get about what happens in the original movie, but he's still a kind of cool character. Up next is Billy the Butcher from The Boys. I'm just gonna put him in C tier because I know nothing about The Boys. Wait, have you ever seen The Boys?
No, I've never seen The Boys.
Yeah, his opponents were the Seven, so yeah, I have nothing about The Boys. But I'm not sure you know anything about Red versus Blue. Have you?
Is that the series of like Master Chief colored people, like the Spartans or whatever?
Yeah.
Why did Blue win?
Yeah.
What were they against?
Team Blue versus Team Red.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I'm just gonna put it on B tier because yeah, it's a pretty cool show, and I'm not gonna put this character over here just yet because, frankly,
Wait, who's this other character?
Carolina. Yeah, apparently
Who are these characters? There's a lot of Spartans on this list. What is happening?
with the exception of this character and this character, this is a support character for her. Yeah, Carolina was a character in Red vs. Blue. She's not part of Blue Team, but she was in a fight between another character from the show called the Meta. It was a really cool battle. I like seeing her, so I'm just gonna put her in B. I'll just put her in B tier. Oh, maybe A tier. No, I'm gonna put her in. I'll put her in A tier because. But yeah, you never saw Red vs. Blue, so I'm not sure you have an opinion.
Yep.
Okay. And Epsilon right here is her support, so kind of like our Cortana. All right, up next.
Oh.
What?
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
All right. Up next is Captain Falcon, and wanna know what his opponent is?
So, Captain Falcon. I mean, you gotta give it up. I've never played F-Zero, but I think a good amount of us didn't play F-Zero.
Yeah.
At the very least, didn't know who Captain Falcon was until you saw him in Smash Bros. With the Falcon Punch, and he's iconic. He's the GOAT. S tier.
Yeah, I kind of agree because frankly,
S tier, Richie.
yeah, even though his opponent is Johnny Cage, he's S tier.
Fuck Johnny Cage.
Okay, careful with that, dude. YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, up next is yeah, I can lump these two characters together because it's Ratchet and Clank, and their opponents were Jak and Daxter.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn, really? They got him facing Jak and Daxter?
Yeah. Where are you?
Ah.
Yeah. It's hard.
So what? Mm-hmm.
Is that a hard decision for you? So.
No, it's not hard for me.
Okay.
Well,
There
I
you
think
are.
in a fight, not Jak and Daxter. What are they? Ratchet and Clank. I think they win. Which, I mean, clearly that's what happened here. But
Okay.
I have more of a fondness for the first Jak and Daxter game. It's one of my favorite games of all time.
Me too.
But you know, Clank is cool. I put him A tier.
Yeah, I was gonna. Let's see here. Trying to make sure I grab. There we go. Yeah, Anyways, yeah, A tier, definitely. Anyways, up next is Cloud Strife. Wanna know who his opponent is?
Was it Link?
Yes.
I was gonna say I remember this.
Yeah, well, there are actually two battles. I'll get to the other one when we get to that one.
Two battles.
Yeah, one word, one won, the other one won, but
Oh,
yeah,
interesting.
Cloud. Cloud was definitely a goat in the Final Fantasy series, so A tier.
Yeah, put him A tier or S tier. You know, you pick.
Yeah, yeah, we know. Yeah, friends who are huge Final Fantasy characters, friends. So yeah, up next is Krona from Soul Eater. Their opponent is Venom from Marvel.
Venom?
Yeah,
Oh, interesting.
yeah, and in the end, Krona just uses screams to defeat Venom and eat his soul. So yeah,
Oh.
yeah, that's how he won. I'm just gonna put him easier because he's a really cool character, to be honest.
Okay, cool.
All right, up next, Danny Phantom. His opponent is American Dragon Jake Long.
Interesting.
Okay.
Um. Yeah, I don't know. Dave Fam's all right. I put him in B tier.
Okay. Hmm. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Anyways, yeah. Anyways, up next is Dante from Devil May Cry. His opponent is Bayonetta.
Oh, darn. You killed Bayonetta.
Yeah. And
Dante's a badass. Go ahead,
yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna put him in S tier. What do you think?
Yeah, you can put him S tier.
Yeah, yeah, that would be pretty cool. Anyways, up next is Darkseid. His opponent is Thanos.
He beat Thanos?
Yeah,
Darkseid is DC, right?
yeah,
And he's like their like ultimate villain, right?
yeah,
Or am I wrong?
yeah.
I honestly don't know too much about Darkseid,
Yeah,
so
he
I'll
is.
defer to you.
I would put him in like either S tier or A tier because he is a strong character. Plus, he got one over Thanos because his actual form was in another universe, and the Infinity Gauntlet can't work in our universes. Also, his victory, how he won, was messed up. But basically, he has his ability to use his eye lasers to send people into his pocket dimension where they experience death over and over and over again.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Up next is Deadpool. He was in Death Battle 3 times. Not gonna mention the next one. Now we'll get to that eventually. But yeah, the first 2 times, his first time is against Deathstroke, aka Slade, and yeah, his when he kills Slade just by killing his head off with a carbonated sword. Take the head, uses a puppet to announce his victory, and performs the Macarena. That's
Oh,
yeah,
that's rough.
yeah,
I like Deadpool as a concept of like a character that's like more or less with us, let's call it.
who's a fourth wall breaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I want to put him A tier because I'm not really much of a Deadpool fan because I'm the type of guy who's not a fan of like overly like like you know what I mean, right? Mainstream characters,
Over the top. Oh,
over
mainstream. Okay.
overly popular. That's what I'm trying to say. Anyways, oh yeah, and by the way, his second battle was a draw against Pinkie Pie.
Who?
Pinkie Pie from My Little Pony.
Oh, okay. You know, it's funny. I don't know how Deadpool loses any of his fights because he can't die, right?
Right, but we'll get to the other opponent when we get to him.
Okay.
Alright, up next is King DDD. His opponent is Wario.
Warrior, he killed Warrior.
Yeah, he just throws like one of those spike enemies at Wario when he was about to use his gas attack, and went right up his up to his butt, and he kind of blew up for the gas blockage.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I just want to put him in like B tier because I kind of like him in Smash Brothers. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that's fine.
All right. Up next is Up next is Dig Dug. His opponent was Bomberman. I don't play that much Dig Dug, so I'm just gonna put him in C tier. What do you think?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. And now we're up to our first JoJo character, Dio Brando. Hit and and his opponent is in fact Alucard from Hellsing Ultimate. It's, what do you think? What are your thoughts on Dio here? Since his ability,
I don't have too many thoughts. I've never seen JoJo.
yeah, well, his ability is to stop time. So,
Oh, okay, I see.
yeah, he thought it would be a good match, but his Dio, I just want to say that main just once. So, I'm gonna put him in B tier because yeah, whatever. Up next is Doctor Doom. He had 2 bouts in Death Battle. One of them is a winning effort against Darth Vader, and the other one is a winning effort against Lex Luthor. He basically,
wow.
yeah, he killed Vader by enlarging a rock and shooting it at him into lava, and he killed he killed like Lex Luthor by cutting him into like small pieces.
Oh goodness.
Yeah.
Doctor Doom's pretty cool. I put him in like B or A tier.
Yeah, I was just gonna put him in a B tier actually. I'm not, and that's pretty cool. Up next is Donkey Kong. His opponent is Knuckles the Echidna.
What do you face?
Knuckles.
Oh, he fighting. Well, that's a little.
Yeah.
That's why did he fight Knuckles? Then are they? What type of? Did he fight the Knuckles from? What's that? What's the Knuckles that's like bigger? You know
From
what I'm talking about with the
from
taper on his
Sonic
arm?
Boom. Sonic
What?
Boom.
Yeah. Did he fight him?
Nah, regular Knuckles.
Oh, that seems to be like a mismatch, no?
Yeah, well, they're both highly skilled and like fighting with their hands. So, but yeah, Donkey Kong won and by like crushing him. So,
Goodness.
yeah,
Donkey Kong can't go wrong with him putting an A tier.
yeah, he's the first member of the DK crew, to be honest. So yeah. Up next is Doomsday, the first character to ever kill Superman. And his opponent was, once again, the Incredible Hulk. And he killed Hulk by just, like, punching him actually fast and decapitating him with his fist. That's all I can say about him. What?
How long was the fight?
I don't remember how long the fight was, but I think it's like over 10 minutes, I think. I don't know. Maybe that's the length of the video, but anyways, the fight was an insane fight. So, what are your thoughts on the guy who killed Superman?
A guy who kills Superman needs to be up in the tier list, right? Maybe I put him in A, but what do you think?
Yeah, I'm gonna put him in A because they only created a character who can kill Superman. So
Yeah, that means something.
yeah. Up next is The Last Dragonborn versus the Chosen Undead from Dark Souls. Yeah, I've only played like a couple of hours in Dark Souls and a lot of hours on Skyrim. So yeah, Robert has no opinion on this. Do you?
No, I've never played Skyrim.
Okay, so I'm gonna put him on B tier just because, and yeah, I'm not really. I'm only doing that because, I'm not a fan of overly popular stuff, but yeah, Skyrim is not like worth the hype, but it's a fun game, just not part of the hype. Anyways, up next, and I need to remind you, this is the character from the Castlevania series, not from the novel or the movies. It's Dracula.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I only know him as the final boss in. I think I'm pretty sure he's the final boss in Symphony of the Night.
Yeah, he is, and he's actually the final boss in like most of the Castlevania games.
I see.
So,
Yeah. So actually, go ahead.
so I'm only saying this because his opponent was Ganondorf.
Oh, really? He beat Ganondorf.
Yeah, like I said,
I can see that.
yeah,
Yeah.
because it's the Dracula from the games, not from the Bram Stoker novel or the film. Yeah, I'm just going to beat. What?
I put him in B tier. I've only played one Castlevania game with Symphony
Yeah,
of the Night. and
yeah, I was gonna put
beat
him
it.
B tier as well. So, up next is you never saw Akami got killed, right?
No.
Okay, because Esdath is on. I'm gonna put Esdath on B because I never saw Akami got killed. Plus, her opponent was Grey Fullbuster from Fairy Tale. Yeah. Up next is Excalibur. He is from
Excalibur. Oh no, never mind.
Yeah, he's from Warframe.
I never played.
What?
I never played Warframe.
Yeah, I'm gonna put him in C tier because I never played Warframe. Plus, his opponent was the awesome version of Raiden. That's all I can say. All right. Anyways, we still have a lot of time left. Anyways, the next winner is the Flash. His opponent is actually Quicksilver. And I'm just gonna put him on A tier because I really do like the character and he's kind of fun to. He's a lot of fun, to be honest. So yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, Flash can be there. Yeah.
Yeah. Up next is Fox McCloud. Robert, what's your idea of the character? I know you don't know his opponent is Bucky O'Hare.
Where's Bucky from?
A cartoon series called Bucky O'Hare that also got its own video game, like his own beat 'em up video game in like the 90s.
Yeah, Fox, I'm about to put in A tier. He's also one of the best Smash characters, but
Agreed.
I have a lot of love for Star Fox 64. So.
Yeah, I also have a lot of love for the Super Nintendo game. So, right. Up next is Fulgor. He is from Killer Instinct, and his opponent was Sector from Mortal Kombat. Yeah, I've never played any of the Killer Instinct games, but he was actually a really cool beast of a character from what I've seen. I might put him in B tier just because, Yeah. Up next, and I'm pretty sure you've seen this death battle before, it's Ganondorf. And his opponent was Bowser.
Also, Ganondorf fought 2 times.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I think you've seen that battle.
Ganondorf, classic villain. I enjoyed playing him in Smash Brothers. You know what? S tier, easy.
Yeah.
Easy S tier.
Yeah, we're just huge Zelda fans here, so.
Yeah.
Up next is Ghost Rider. His opponent was actually Lobo, to be honest.
I only know Ghost Rider. I don't really know Ghost Rider too much. I know he was in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I don't know if he's in the other ones, but
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd leave it to you. You pick where you want to put him.
I'll put him in B tier for a couple of reasons. Most notably because of the Nicolas Cage movie that who played him. All right, and up next we have Gojira, or Godzilla to us Americans. And his opponent was a character called Gamera. I'm pretty sure have you heard of Gamera before?
Is Is that from the Godzilla universe?
No.
Oh, then I don't know.
Yeah, Godzilla is like. Okay, I want to start with you. What do you think of Godzilla?
Godzilla's cool. I'll put him in B tier.
Okay. Yeah, I like the guy too. They also should have ended that death battle with Godzilla doing that dance from one of the films. Up next to is what I consider to be one of the most under as a character from a show that I want to see like get the treatment a fair amount of good treatment is Goliath from Gargoyles. His opponent is Beast from the X-Men.
He beat Beast from X-Men. Oh, I guess he could fly, Goliath.
Actually, technically he can glide, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna put him in A tier because we need to show some more love for Gargoyles series, and I'm hoping Disney makes a continuation of the show. Just because, Anyways, up next, and yeah, maybe more time to like 2 or 3 more people. Up next is Green Lantern, the Hal Jordan Green Lantern. His opponent is Ben 10.
He fought Ben. I guess they. Oh.
Yeah.
They're not that similar. The abilities. They just have like a little. They're just their color that you associate them as green. They have like a little like
a device on their item that can do powerful. Yeah, and it's funny just seeing him like cut Ben's arm off to stop him with his Yami tricks. Before killing him. But I'm gonna give him to A tier because it's a really cool character. He's pretty much a cool character, to be honest. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Up next is Gundam Epsilon. And yeah, we're just gonna count him in with this pilot Zax from Gundam Wing. And his opponent is the Dragon Zord. No, not Dragon Zord, sorry. Tommy Oliver.
Who's Tommy Oliver?
Power Rangers.
Power Rangers?
Yeah, he's the green/white ranger.
Oh.
Yeah, so
I can't. Yeah, sorry.
What?
I was gonna say I can't really chime in on this one, so I'll leave it for you.
Yeah, but you know about Zax, right, from Gundam Wing?
I don't remember Gundam Wing too well. I'm sorry.
All right, I'm just gonna put him in. I was gonna put him in A tier because Gundam Wing's like one of the best. Is still my favorite animes. I'm looking for Zax. Here we go. Here we go. And yeah, that's it for that character. Any like 2 or 3 more characters left to talk about. Up next is Guts from Berserk. His opponent is Nightmare from
Soul Calibur?
Yeah. Yeah. He basically like killed he demolished like Nightmare and Soul Edge. So yeah, he's kind of a badass, so I'm just gonna put him in A tier.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I guess you never saw Berserk or something?
I never saw Berserk, but shout out to Nightmare from Soul Calibur.
Yeah. Up next, and we'll call it after these 2 characters.
Is that Wesker?
Yeah, Alb Wesker. Yeah.
Next to He-Man. That's Wesker next to He-Man?
No, right here?
Left.
To the left?
To the left.
Oh, that's Hawkeye.
Oh, I thought that was Wesker.
Yeah, Hawkeye's next. His opponent was the Green Arrow. Yeah, I kind of want to put him on B tier because he was a fun character in the Avenger film. So yeah, that's good. And yeah, let's see here. It's not like it's had enough for 2 more. Up next is He-Man. His opponent is Lion-O from Thundercats. Again, I don't think. Yeah, actually,
I don't.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put on. I'm just gonna put on.
I haven't seen any of the shows. I mean, like I know the characters, but like I haven't really seen the show, so
Yeah,
I can't give it any worth.
Yeah, I just put on B tier.
Hey, sounds good.
All right. Up next is Heihachi Mishima. His opponent is another big bad fighting game character, Geese Howard.
I don't know who that is. Who is that?
He's from Fatal Fury, I think.
Oh. Shout out Haichi. I put him in A tier.
Yeah. Anyways, no, I'll just end it with just one more character. What do you think?
Sounds good.
Yeah. Up next is Hercule Satan. His opponent is Dan Hibiki.
He fought Dan. I
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah.
He beat Dan? He beat Dan?
Yeah.
But Dan can do the little Gadouken.
Yeah, well, apparently Neurologic, Dan barely wins a match, while Hercule has an actual win on his belt. Also, funny enough, in the battle, one of the capsules that Hercule had got launched in the air and fell into Dan's mouth, swallowed it, and a jukebox appeared within him.
Oh, and it killed him?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but what do you think of Hercule? What do you think of Hercule?
Hercule's a nice little gag character. I put him in B.
Yeah, I think that will be it. Alright guys, I think that'll be it for today. This is only part 1 of this list. Let me look for the other Voltron characters to put here. But yeah, what do you think of what we did so far?
I think we did good so far. Maybe we could just only be a 2-parter. We've been going through these pretty quick, but yeah.
Yeah, okay. Anyways, I think let me just look for the other Voltron characters. There's one. Sorry, I have to make sure I get all the characters involved. And sorry, for hijacking this. All right. Damn. Where's the other? I saw him over here. Here he is. And finally, where is he? Okay, here we go. So yeah, that's all I have to do. And yeah, any final thoughts?
No.
Okay.
We're good to go.
Okay, so yeah, this is part 1. We'll do part 2 some other time next week. And yeah, for anyone watching, thanks for watching. Please follow me on Twitch. Please like, subscribe. Please give this video a like. Subscribe to get more content. Please get bells to get notified. And as always, stay gold and peace out.
Goodbye, y'all.